A couple of these things are left over from last time, I guess. How's it going, everybody? Guess we'll just let that play for now. How's everybody doing? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Here we are. Here we are again. All right. Now that the flying unicorns have passed. How's it going, everybody? Ken got first. You beat Nicholas. How's it going? Ken, Jeff, Benko, thanks for being here, fellas. Thanks for being here. How's your Sunday so far? You have a good week? It's the last week of summer for our household. After today, it's back to school. Back to school. I like when the kids are off school. It's nice. I like having them home. I know some people want the kids out of the house, and kids are around more, so they're more trouble maybe sometimes, but I like having mine around. All righty. Well, hey. Not a lot of other people popping in the chat, so I'm just going to get going. What do you say? I'm just going to get going. So if you noticed, there has been a new release of wLED. This does not announce it here, but there is, I promise. Let's see. Here it is. 14.04b. So 14.04. So or B4, I guess it is. I'm writing it wrong. It's 14 beta version 4. Do I have a wLED tutorial of how to use wLED with DMX? I would talk to the pixel heads, Zena, the pixel heads in Discord. I don't know what DMX is. That's my problem with that. I don't know what DMX is. In Las Vegas for DEF CON. What's DEF CON? Sounds like a conference of some kind. That's awesome. 39,000 people. Not that many, huh? That's too bad, Nate. That's too bad. I know DMX, Zena, I know DMX was kind of an older way of controlling lights and stuff. I do not mess with DMX. I think I came into the light display arena after DMX. Yeah, I mean, everything that I know about light shows all comes through X lights. So I don't know about DMX, but does DMX, if it uses like moving heads and stuff, so like robotics, like it moves it, it physically moves it, that kind of thing. Everything I know is about X lights, but the guys in Discord, the pixel heads in Discord, somebody can pop up I think you go this PH maybe. There you go. There's a link to the pixel heads. Those guys know stuff. They know stuff about DMX. I don't really. Happy Sunday, Joshua. So pro lighting. This is rookie lighting. Or I guess we should say, I don't know, call it whatever you want. Pro lighting or rookie lighting or something else, whatever we are. Amateurs. So sorry, I don't know anything about DMX. So let's look at beta 4, the 14.4. Here we go. Can be controlled in X lights. I thought it was an older way or something, what they used to use. I don't know. Option in wLED, but I don't know anymore. We can look at Zena. We'll look at all of the sync options in wLED here in a minute, and we can look and see if there's something there. ESP32 CO2 sensor seems to be a pain in the butt today. Oh, bummer. Well, that's pretty cool. You have a CO2 sensor on your. What does that do? What does that do for you? Where do you need a CO2 sensor for? I can see a carbon monoxide sensor. Okay, let's look. Let's see what what 14b4 says. There was a beta 3, do you remember a few weeks ago? But we determined that there was some problems with it. And so Air Cookie, the developer of all things wLED, said, don't use beta 3, just skip it. So we did. So we've stuck with either beta 2 or 3, sorry, 1 or 2 for 14. But now we have beta 4, and it says that the problems that were there are fixed, that there were in 13 are fixed. So let's see. 2D support already present in beta 3, improved global LED buffering support, various fixes. Let's go look at the change logs just for kicksies. Improved random palette handling for blending, SOAP bug fix, ESP Now. Oh, that's right. Oh, that's a thing we can talk about too. I bought an ESP Now remote control, which you're supposed to be able to use to control X lights. Or sorry, I say X lights, wLED. So it's the, well, we can talk about it. We'll get there towards the end. Plasma ball. That sounds cool. On-off toggle from nodes view. Yeah, this was it. ESP Now remote support. So I bought one of those ESP Now remotes. They're not much. They're like 10 bucks. Pixel Magic tool. Ooh. Oh, display pixel art. Oh, that's right. We were playing with that before too. That's fun. That's fun. That's where you can you take your own you take an image from whatever you want and pixelate it, put it on a matrix. We did that in a stream a few weeks back. That was fun. So this was okay. Well, let's check it out. What should we put it on? Should we put it on? Well, let's put it on a regular old ESP32 right now. So I've got one here, which I think, let's try. Got one connected. This is just an ESP32. It doesn't look like that spin. Doesn't look like that's the one. See if we can discover a new one here. Yep, it's this one. 30. Okay, great. So this is a regular ESP32 that I just have plugged into the computer here so we can, got some sun. I think it's just the lighting. I did get a little bit of sun, but I think it's just the lighting. Hello from Poland. I do look kind of red, don't I? My face doesn't really matter. Sometimes I wonder why I even put my face on here. Only because I make funny faces. It's for expression. Okay, so let's see what we got on this version here. Let's go back. Let's go to info. And this is version 13.3. So we're going to update that. So to update it, we're going to go to security and updates. And we're going to do manual OTA update. And it says here that the latest version is 14.0 beta 4. That's what we want. If we click that, it'll take us to the page which we were already on, but that's okay. This is an ESP32, just regular old ESP32. So what we need is this guy right here. If you have, now ESP32s, there's all these new versions now. C3, S2, S3, there's probably more. So you can pick one based on the device you have. If you've got something from me or Quindor, it's just going to be this regular ESP32, or it'll be the one with Ethernet. The Quindor, if you do in the Quindor ones, he's got his own, and he probably doesn't have his page updated with beta 4 yet, so we're going to go here. All right, so we're going to do this guy right here. We're going to download this. We're going to put it Flash Easy and wLED right there. Whoop. Okay, so now it's saved it to my computer. And now I'm going to go back here and choose the file. If you do this, it keeps all your settings. You don't have to like update everything. There may be a live squirrel avatar you could wear out there. My hair looks good, thanks. It's shiny. I polished my head this morning. Do I know if Quindor is working on bringing out updates based on this new release that has been released? This beta 4? I'm sure he will. I'm sure he will. But, you know, it's only been a few days. We can check Quindor's site and see if he has updated it. He'll probably pop in at some point before we're done today. He usually does. And then I like it better when it gives me the things in order. There it is. 14 beta 4 ESP32. That's what we need. I'm going to do that, and we're going to hit update. And away we go. Do not refresh or close. Tech Turtle's here. Yay. My face does look a little dark, doesn't it? Oh well. Haven't flaked out on buying in permatrack ring. We talked about buying, maybe building a new house in 6 months. The housing market stabilized, so that's on hold until then. Sorry. That's okay, Nicholas. I appreciate your support, just being here every week. If we can help you when you're ready to put up permatrack, great. You know, I get it. I'm actually writing, I'm about not quite halfway done with a script for 4 videos that I'm planning on doing this season about permanent lighting again. And it's 4 because it's going to be so much. Like the one I did, the one that everybody watches that is from 2019 is like 30 minutes long. And I don't think, I want the new update to be shorter version, shorter length. So we're going to split it up into several. There's going to be one about picking your lights. There's going to be one about wiring. There's going to be one about the controllers, and then some things about settings in the controller. So about halfway done with that. But there's a lot of options. I mean, I appreciate it, and I think permatrack's great, but there's a lot of options. Will this update reset anything in the ESP32 for like the sound activation, or do we have to wait for the sound activated version to come out? That's a great question. If you're using the sound reactive version of wLED, then I think you do need to wait for the sound reactive version to incorporate this update. If you're using a user mod, you probably don't need to change anything, but I'm not 100% sure. It may still wipe you out. So we'll play with it and see. Let's try that. Okay. Alan, we'll try it. All right. So now let's look at this. We got it updated here. We're now on 14.4 or 0.2.0 beta 4. Never going to say that right. And let's see what we got. So we know it said something about, I don't have this hooked up to any lights, but that's okay. We'll do preview. Let's see what we have this set to. There are some new, it said there was new, this is a new, I don't know what this one looks like. Okay. Well, what did it say? Plasma? Oh, 2D. It was a 2D plasma ball or something, right? So it was one that was a matrix. That's supposed to be the matrix symbol? What is that? That symbol looks funny, right? It's just a dot. I think that's supposed to be the matrix symbol. I don't know. Huh. Interesting. It's got to be the matrix symbol. But where are all the matrices? Blink, rainbow. I wonder what that dot means. It's probably not quite updated, but let's look and see if there's. Obviously, I have not. Oh, see, look, there's DMX. Who was asking? Here you go. It was Xena. Xena, there's some information for you. The longer form videos, yeah, most folks don't. You're right about that. It keeps getting shorter, right? It just keeps getting shorter. It used to be Used to be, they said 12 minutes was like the optimum time for a YouTube video, 12 minutes. And now it's like 6 minutes. 6 minutes is the optimum time. Okay. Depends on the audience, I'm sure. This does fix the power limiting problem. I think that was the problem in 13 beta, that there is sound reactive patterns in this update that you have. Yeah, it does have the patterns, the sound reactive patterns, but usually, you know, to get sound reactive working in this, it doesn't come default with sound reactive working. You have to do the user mod. So there's the matrix symbol. What the blazes? That is not the matrix symbol. Maybe what is that? Have you guys seen that before? That dot? I've not seen that before. Well, I wanted to see this plasma ball. And then we'll look at some of the more important things probably. No, maybe there's not a plasma ball. I guess because I don't have it set up to be a matrix, it doesn't show the update like that. Overlay? Oh boy. I don't even know what to do with all this stuff. What else is there? Let's see. Reset effect data immediately upon mode change. Improved random palette handling. Soap bud fix. Fix ESP now crash with AP mode. Global buffering. Removed per segment LED buffer. So a lot of these are things that are quality of life stuff that we don't probably see on the front end too much. Various fixes and improvements. Rotary encoder alt fix for large LED count. Effect updates. So that was plasma ball, 2D plasma ball. Oh, maybe it's because it says 2D. Maybe it's right that way. There's no plasma ball. Well, when you guys find it, let me know. All right. There were some things, though, that I remember seeing before that I really liked in 13, in the beta 3, but now I don't remember what they were. Let's go look at who was asking something else about, the syncs. Shouldn't you turn on the matrix in the config first? Yeah, if I want to see it, as a matrix, then I do need to turn this on as a matrix. We're going to say one panel. We're going to say it's 8x8. I do love this. Oh, this was part of what was new in 13 beta 3. Or sorry, 14 beta 3. Oh my gosh, I'm going to mess it up all day long. This helps you orient your matrix. So if you're playing with a matrix and you want to figure out how it's oriented based on what you put in here, it shows your matrix right here. So if you're going to do, say we're going to do a 16x16 matrix. Okay, so now this is showing 16x16. And if you're going to do serpentine, then it shows it going serpentine back and forth. Or if not, then you're just going to go straight across the lines all the way. It just depends on how you wire it or how it's built. And then where it starts. So right now it's saying it starts in the top left corner, but maybe it should be in the bottom right corner. Okay, and then the orientation is going horizontal this way. You can switch that so that it goes vertical this way. So this really helps you, because when I did this, when I was starting to set up a matrix a couple of versions back, I don't even know if it was 14 beta or something else, but you kind of had to guess. You kind of had to guess which orientation you were and just keep doing it until you got it till it showed up right. Now they've got this visual aid to help you get it right, which is really cool. It's really awesome. Great. Much appreciate that. Let's try something. Let's look and see. I doubt he's got it, but let's look at Quindors. Let's look at install Quindor, install quinled.info, and see if he has the 14 beta. If we go to Dig-to-Go, beta 2 is what he's still on. So he's still on beta 2. So he'll get it updated at some point. And the thing about those are they come with the sound reactive version already installed. So let's play with, let's mess up one of my matrices. Let's see if we can mess up one of mine, okay? I've been using the plasma ball in Moon Mod's current release. Looks like the plasma plates that Star Trek use in the Borg stations. Oh, that's amazing. So Steve, that's in a Moon Mod. I haven't played with enough of these mods. Hey Joe, how's it going? Now that Tasmota on ESP32 has Matter support, when do you think wLED will get Matter support? Great question. Great question for Air Cookie. I don't know. I'm surprised Tasmota has done that, but I guess I'm not. It's funny because in these kinds of situations, it's almost like the DIY community can move faster than the industry in a way, right? All right, we're gonna pull this plug. We're gonna plug this guy in here. All right. Now I'm going to mess with this matrix. So we'll do this one on a live. We'll do this one on a live one. Matter on Tasmota is so awesome. Is that right? I guess maybe that would be the thing that might get me to care about Matter a little bit more. I haven't been too interested because I don't plan on buying a bunch of new smart devices. I make too many myself. If I want something, usually I'm just gonna get an ESP32 now and just make it. But that's good to hear. Tasmota with Matter, huh? All right. Since my router has been restarted, it changed the IP addresses of a bunch of my stuff because I didn't go in and set them to be fixed. All right, so this is one of my matrices. It's running beta 1. It is it is a Dig-to-Go. So if we look at the config and we go to user mods, it does have the audio reactive user mod enabled. So it came with this user mod enabled. I think that if we update this to beta 4, it will wipe out the user mod. I'm pretty sure it will. What do you guys think? I'm pretty sure it will. So you think when I set it up, if I go in here and tell it that it's a matrix, that now I'll have the option for, so it hides them? Oh, it sure does. Look at that. So if you don't, that's genius. So it didn't used to do that. It used to list all of the matrix effects, even if you didn't have it set up as a matrix. Now, if you don't have it set up as a matrix, it won't show you the matrix, the effects that are meant for a matrix. That's genius. That's great. Thank you guys for pointing that out. I had no idea. Let's look at Plasma Ball looks like then. Now it'll show us the whole screen. Oh yeah. But this is only showing it over there. I wonder why. It's probably because of the way that I set it up. Okay. What do you guys think about the updating the Dig-to-Go with the user mod? I think it'll mess up the user mod, right? Got our house repainted. We'll hang up our lights soon. Awesome. Awesome, Vortex. Awesome, awesome. No need for MQTT, huh? And I guess because Home Assistant has Matter now, right? So Home Assistant can understand the Matter protocol. And what is the radio frequency for Matter? Does it go over Wi-Fi or does it go over something else? Because Thread is the new frequency, right? The new over the air, whatever you want to call it, the wireless protocol, right? I think if we update this, it will go wonky. Let's give it a, let's try it on a different one. I don't want to wreck this one that I got. So we're going to take a Dig-to-Go here, plug it in. I don't know if this one's already been connected to my network or not. Plug in a Dig-to-Go, wLED access point. I'm pretty sure this is for this Dig-to-Go sitting here on my desk. I don't even know why it's here. I don't know where it came from. Matter over Wi-Fi and Matter over Thread with the new Sky Connect. Oh, that's right. There's the Sky Connect. I have the Sky Connect. I have two of them. Sound reactive. So let's set this thing up on our Wi-Fi network. Because we don't want sound reactive. I want to update it. I want to put the Isn't Matter the new Zigbee? Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much, Nate. Or, yeah. That's a great way to put it. It's like Zigbee. Yeah. And it's supposed to be, the thing about it is it's supposed to be easier to set up and stuff. I guess Zigbee was that way too, where it didn't matter what brand it was, right? Well, in some ways, I think sometimes it did matter what brand it was. It's not supposed to matter who the manufacturer is. It's now supposed to be, it doesn't matter where you buy a Matter-enabled device, it will work. That's not that one. wLED, nope, that's not that one. Sound reactive. Okay, 21. This is it. We're going to just keep opening new windows. Oh, not 215. That's the girls' night lights. 21. Here we go. All right. So this is a Dig-to-Go that I found sitting on my desk. It's got 13.2 sound reactive. So this is the sound reactive version of wLED. We're going to change this. I'm not going to do this. We're going to update it with Quindor's version, which is 14 beta with the sound reactive mod, user mod built in. Okay. I'm going to do that. We're going to install wLED. There it goes. But then if I try and update this to beta 4, I think it's going to override that user mod, which would be good though. That maybe I can learn how to put a user mod in. I haven't done that before. Thread is akin to Zigbee, but can interoperate with it with Sky Connect. Oh, cool. Matter runs on IPv6, so Ethernet or Wi-Fi. Thread is the new Zigbee. Because Thread is like the wireless protocol, right? Like the Matter is the language. Thread is the method for sending, right? Like Wi-Fi versus Zigbee versus Z-Wave or RF or infrared. Those are all means for sending the information. Thread is a means for sending the information. Matter is the information. Matter is the language that it's speaking. And you can do Matter over different wireless methods, Wi-Fi or whatever, but Thread is the new one. Correct? Thread is a protocol. Matter is the standard. So that's how we're supposed to, that's the right terminology. Thank you, Cookie. Alkley, what's up, man? Did I miss anything fancy? Not yet. Nope. We'll get there soon. Does that help, Mr. Tech Gadget? Good. I mean, does that not help? Like you understood it. You didn't need me to explain it, but thank you for validating my understanding. All right. Okay. So here we are in the console. Now the trick about this is it's not gonna be connected to my network again, because now I have to go back in here, find the Wi-Fi of this device, the access point, because I reflashed it manually. So now it's not connected to my network anymore. So I got to go in and reconnect it to the network. All right, Wi-Fi settings. Here we go again. Oh, now it can scan. Or I guess it could scan before. Scanning for Wi-Fi networks. I think that's pretty nice. Oh, and it gives you the decibel, the how far away it is, right? Not decibel. What is that? dBm. The strength of the signal, basically, right? And it looks like it just automatically selects which is the closest, or the strongest, I guess, the Wi-Fi network that's the strongest. All right, now we should be connected back to my home network, so we should be able to go to the app. And my guess is it will give it the same address since it's the same device, but we'll see here in a second. It won't call it sound reactive anymore, though. Oh, now it's, no, that's not it. It'll probably call it Dig to Go now. Yep, sure enough, 21. Was that the address that it was before? Yep. So this is it now. It's here. So now we're on 14 beta 2. But if we want this to actually be sound reactive, we have to activate the sound reactive stuff. So we have to go to user mods and we have to enable this. And that's all you have to do. Everything else is already set up. Quindor makes it very easy. So now this Dig to Go is on 14 beta 2 and it's sound reactive, ready to go. Yay, yay. Oops. But we want it on beta 4. So we're going to go to the security and updates. We're going to go to over the air update. We're going to grab the file that I just downloaded, which is this beta 4 right here for the ESP32, and update. And I'm pretty sure this is going to wipe out the sound reactive stuff that I just set up. I wish I could believe it will all be as interoperable as they say. However, money, yeah. We'll see. I'm hopeful. I think it'll be good. I think it'll be good. I think it'll be good that if we have one standard, then we don't have to keep messing with all this. We got Zigbee, and we got Z-Wave, and we got RF, and we got Wi-Fi, and we got all these different options. At least if we start now and we say, this is what it's going to be, it might take 5 years or 10 years or whatever, but then hopefully eventually we will just have one. We won't have to worry about it or talk about it or think about it anymore. All right, let's go to the config. I think this is now set up. Let's see. Now we're on beta 4. Okay, and we're going to go into the config. We're going to go to user mods, and oh, it's still there. Yay. Well, that's impressive. Well, that's wonderful. I don't know if this is all right. It looks a little funny, but at least this part's still there. So if we compare that to one of my others that's on, so let's see, this one is on, this is beta 1, but it is using the user mod. Let's compare these two. Let's pull these two side by side, and we'll look at 14 beta 1 with the user mod stuff and beta 4 and the user mod stuff. You get out of the way for a minute. All right, so on the right is the new, on the left is the old. So let's see what's there. This says unused, which is different. It used to say -1 was how they designated it if you weren't using it. Now it just says unused, so that's fine. Okay, but it does look different. Reboot, okay, and then it's just unused again. Type 1, digital mic. I wonder what type 1 means. That looks like the only difference. Rise, fall, scale 3. So this must be, so there must be some other kind of reference to the code here. Like when I say reference code, I mean like type I squared S must be the same as type 1. And this is probably just going to be, you know, multiple types. I don't know where we would find those types. Like this has a list. Like if you're using a different microphone, you could figure it out over here and tell which one it is. Over here, this doesn't tell you what it is. But I wonder if it's in the documentation. You guys think it's in the documentation? Can someone give me a rundown of why this is cool? Is it like Hyperion, or can someone give me the timestamp of where he talks about this? Sorry, Steven. This is just the sound reactive version of wLED. So wLED, excuse my yawning. Oh my goodness, obviously need a nap. So a sound reactive or this audio reactive wLED. It's not like Hyperion where it matters, where it does stuff with the back, you know, behind your TV. This just does stuff to music, and it's better than just the simple. The volume goes up, the lights are brighter. Volume is lower, the lights are lower. It reacts differently to different frequencies. So different, you know, high pitches are a certain color, low is a different color, and it can do lots of different effects that way. So we're looking at the latest version of wLED, and then specifically right now just comparing changes in the user modification addition that you use to add sound reactive version. Does that help? Is that why it's cool? I hope that's cool. I think it's cool, but I don't always know what everybody else thinks is cool. Now I need wLED even more. I have not played with the Moon mod version, but I've heard about it. I probably should. So let's look in the audio reactive user mod. That was right there. wLED user mod audio reactive. So probably in here. Oh, that's a discourse group. Yeah, okay, this is it. Oh, this is somebody asking a question. This is just somebody asking a question. I was looking for the. I was looking for information specifically about that user mod. Activate, install the user mod. No. I don't think it's going to be this. Because it's not the sound reactive fork. It's a user mod that somebody made. It's the same. Maybe this is it. No. Does anybody know where you get it? I would think there would be a GitHub or something, right? Let's look at the moon mod. wLED Moon Modules project. Moon Modules is a fork from AirCookie, the latest merge of 14 wLED with additional features. This fork is created by members of the Atulin wLED team to make development against 14 possible while still preserving the stable. Okay. wLED AC for AirCookie or upstream in this documentation. Moon modules we referred to as MM. Okay. Welcome basic features interface advanced. Originate from upstream. Menu options. User mod. Moon modules. 2D sound reactive. SR were added. Moon mods are in the README. Mods will be upstream. What's difference here? Does this work with the wLED matrix? Oh, it sure does. With an LED matrix, it sure does. It sure does. In fact, right now, if we go to this one, this is a matrix. And this is what's displaying on my matrix right up there right now. So this is, it's kind of transparent. So you're not seeing it quite as nicely. But yeah, this is what's displaying on my matrix. And you can see from that it's sound reactive. So if you go here and you go matrix, and then you go, oh, I wanted to do one that's a matrix and sound reactive, like this one, I guess. And then when we go back to peak, this is kind of a screwy one. This isn't, maybe, is it not showing up because it's not very bright? No, it's just not showing up very well. Maybe it's dark colors. Anyways, the answer is yes. Okay. The answer is yes. What's the latency on the preview? I mean, the latency on the sound reactive, I think you can adjust it a bit. So what do you tell me about this moon thing here? Should I just install it and see how it works? Is that what you're saying? Rather than read all this? Because reading is hard. Strips. I mean, how much of this is different? Nightlight function, full OTA. And it's, I'm sure, runs the same app, right? It works with the same. Install the latest version of Moon Mods. Found there's some audio reactive color palettes that add non-reactive effects. Oh, that's cool. So the color palette. Oh, that's cool, Steve. So the palette is audio reactive. So you can have the effect, meaning like what color the lights are, what brightness they are, and what it's displaying, can be non-audio reactive, but the palette is audio reactive. So it will change those colors even though the effect was not built to be audio reactive. That's cool. Looks like the alpha testing of features. Well, that maybe I should do that. Maybe I should do that. I should probably pick a matrix and put moon modules on it. Do you think? Is that what I should do? Is that a good way to experiment? I have one here. Then I would have an MMM. I would have a moon modules matrix. All right, fine. Let's do it. All right. Beta 26. Hot dog. Hot diggity. Whoa. 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 Oh, yeah. I'm doing this. First time following live. Hi, Bobo. Thanks for being here. But this is the first time you've come on live. Nice. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Can always reload it again. That's true. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Here we go. Latest version 2 weeks ago. All right, we're going to do... Boy, there's a lot to pick from here. Yeesh. I mean, I've heard about this moon modules thing, but I have not played with it. Boy. So probably the 4 megabyte. So if I put it on, I'll put it on this one. Does this tell me, this is a Dig-to-Go. I'm sure it's the 4 megabyte version. I don't think it's anything else than that. Yeah, across the pond, it's kind of tough, huh? I understand. Thanks for being here. Okay. Moon modules, 14, beta 26, ESP32, 16, no. 8, no. Athom Music, ESP32. Okay, so that's a specific device. I don't need that device. C3, S2, not any of those. Maybe this one? Maybe this one? 4 megabyte M. Debug, no. PS RAM? I don't know. V4S, I don't think so. Pico, no, I don't think so. And then it's down to 8266. All right, I think it's probably this one. What do you guys think? Any better suggestions for what would go on a Dig-to-Go? Which version of this would go on a Dig-to-Go? I'll give you a few seconds to answer. Thank you, Alan. Alan says, please remember this stream is currently being sponsored by DrZzs shop. If you'd like to get any wLED controllers, they are available today. Alan, you're a superstar. Thank you, sir. All right, I'm going to go with this one. We're going to put this one in the old wLED Flash Easy folder. All right, let's go over here and let's bake this sucker. We're going to config. This is in my 16 by 16 matrix, which I love. I love these matrices, by the way. I'm starting to cover all my walls with matrices. Anyone know which version I'd use on the Dig-Octa? Great question. I don't know. My guess is probably the same one. That would be my guess. Does the Dig-Octa have a microphone? I think you have to add a microphone. Did you add a microphone, Brandon? I guess it doesn't. You don't have to have a microphone, right? All right, security and updates. Manual OTA update. Here we go. Choose a file. wLED MM 14 beta 26. Here we go. You got fingers, cross them. No mic yet. Maybe in the future. I think you. Oh wait. You know what he was talking about? Somebody just asked about that. Somebody just asked Quindor about that, and there is a reason why it wasn't gonna work to use a mic on the Dig-Octa. Was anybody else a part of that conversation that remembers? Shoot. There was a reason why that there was no mic or wouldn't be able to add a mic to the Octa. Oh. So there's something displaying on my matrix, but it don't look right. It don't look right. Let's see. Yeah, it's not very good anymore. It was Alchemy, but he's not so good anymore. What is this all about? Oh my gosh. What have we done? GFX. Is that instead of peak now it's GFX? Okay. I wonder if it looks like it's not set up right. Yeah, so it's not an 8 by 8 matrix. This is a 16 by 16 matrix. 16 by 16. And I don't remember where it starts and all that stuff, so we'll just start it. Okay, that's close, but not quite right. Wow, look at all this stuff. Rotary encoder, audio reactive, animatrix. Holy good gravy, that's got some features in it. So see, that's better, but that's not how it's showing up there. So I wonder if there's even more in the config I need to fix. Pretty sure it's serpentine. There it goes. Now we're back to good. But it's not audio reactiving. So yeah, it's not, the audio reactive is not functional right now. I can just see by looking at it. Oh, thank you, Steven. I've solved your Volumio sound problem with this LED matrix. Awesome. Here, let's do this. Thank you, Steven. I'm sorry you didn't announce that out loud. My stream's been, it's been lower priority for me to be working on stream effects. We'll get to why. I still am playing with this, but we haven't talked about Project Atlas. You guys, so some of you know what Project Atlas is, I know, but not everybody does, right? GPIO availability because of the Ethernet hat. Maybe because of Ethernet, and also just because so many things have been... Oh, there it goes.
Stephen John Super Chat $5. Think you helped solve my Volumio sound system problem with its LED matrix.
There you go. So it did work. Took a minute. It was delayed, but it did work. Rambozo, thanks for being here. How you doing? All right. Yeah, I think Jor, I think you're right about the Ethernet, but I also think it's because so many... Because, oh, this is what it was. This is what it was. Because he set up the critical hit. Yeah. It worked. Bingo. We're going to have a ball. Sir Goodenough says. Oh my gosh. Dad jokes. So back to the Dig-Octa and the microphone. I remember now. The Dr. Pepper has cleared my mind. I finally am thinking clearly. The output for the LED outputs for the Octa, each one of those, there's 8 of them right on that board. There are resistors on those, and because of that, you can't use it can't do the I²S that is what you would need for a microphone. For that microphone, I think it might be other microphones, but for that microphone that he uses in the Dig-Uno. That's what it was. It was something, it was the circuitry, the components on that are there for to make all those GPIO pins LED outputs that make it so you can't make those I²S outputs. Does anybody remember differently, or does that sound like total crazy stuff? Glad I got to see the sphere in person during this trip. Nate, you took a trip? All right, UK Heli Pilot, thanks for subscribing. Did you take a trip, Nate, down to Vegas? You may have to tweak your I²S mic settings. The rotary encoder connections overwrote my mic settings. Just had to reassign them to get it back to normal. Okay, good. Let's do that. I think that's probably right. So is it still in user mod? Ooh. Uh-oh. Do I need to? So let's see. Who is that? Steve, do I need to add something? Audio reactive enable. Oh, okay, here we are. Audio reactive enable. Okay, great. Digital mic, digital mic, digital mic. That looks right. But I don't, it's not reacting up there. What do you see? Oh, that's right. Oh, you said the security hacking. Duh. That's right, Nate. You did say that. How's that globe look down there? Pretty sweet, right? Pretty sweet. All right, we'll spend a few more minutes on this, and then we'll get to our Atlas. Choose your pin. Well, this is for the analog mic. I don't think I need it. I shouldn't need that, right? Hold on. Let's look back at this other one which was set up correctly. Yeah, not used. Pin 19, pin 4, pin 18. Those all look like they should be the same. profile. Oh, maybe instead of generic microphone, maybe it needs to be something else. I don't know. Nope. I don't see that doing anything. Oh, you're using an analog microphone. Okay, I see. Okay. Well. Okay. I don't know. I guess I need to go in here and figure it out. It's possible to let's make sure that I'm before we get a little too crazy here, let's make sure that I'm actually using the right effect, that my effect is the effect that's supposed to be sound reactive. It's possible that it's not. Oh yeah, it should be. And if we use, what if we use other sound reactive effects? Anything going on there? No, nothing. Dang. Okay. I got to figure out why that is. To figure that out. SP? Oh, you mean the microphone in the settings here? This one? No, nothing yet. Grr. Just got here. Anything super cool in the new release? We jumped right from the new release to the moon mod. So I don't know yet. Updated LED via home system this morning was nice and quick. Nice, Steven. Nice. Love that feature. I don't know where I'm going wrong. Then reboot, huh? Whoa. Okay, so they moved those menus around a little bit. Let's just do save and reboot. Isn't there a save and reboot button? Why is it not? I thought there was a save and reboot. Because that doesn't reboot it. Security and updates. I thought it was in here. It should have always said save and reboot. Just redirecting. Rotary, is that LEDs on a fan? Ooh, I don't know, maybe. Yeah, he mooned us. All right, I'm going to just try and reboot it the old-fashioned way. Just unplug it and plug it back in. Okay, Alky came up, but still not doing any audio reactive. Huh. Main screen info. Oh, there it goes. Well, nope, that turned it off. 0 sensor error. Input, no. Still not. There's too many options here. This is too smart for me. Yeah, that's on, that's off. And when it's off, it just dances around on its own. Audio source, not initialized. Check pin settings. Okay. You guys all saw the same things. Yeah. Okay, Nicholas, see you, man. I wonder what this means. That should be the right pins. 19. Undefined. SDA. Audio source not initialized. Oh, yeah, you saw the same thing. What would be different here? Any ideas, guys? Any other ideas? Let's look at another one. Let's look at another matrix that might be better. Okay. This one, I don't remember what it's called. $189. Yes, you need a matrix cam. Oh. What would be the best way to do that? Well, I can do it on the, yeah, you don't want that. I can do it on, I'll just do the preview. So this one is doing this right now. This is a 8x16, or sorry, 32x8 matrix. But this one is running, I know this one's working, and I know that the audio settings are right. So we are going to go with these audio settings and see if maybe that's where we're wrong. See, that's just not, it should be right. SCK is 18. Is there anything else? Could it be that somewhere else? Maybe let's try this. Generic microphone. Now let's reboot that again the hard way. Still no. Still no. That first pin analog is also configured -1. Yeah, this one undefined is the same as -1. Let's try this. Let's try and do a Dig-Octa moon mod audio not working. Nope. Where's Quindor? He could tell us. Mic settings. Pinout guide. Introducing the easiest way to control LED ever. Man, I was hoping that somebody would maybe in the moon mod, project interfaces, user mods, sound reactive, sound settings. Press the reset key after changing sound source. After changing the sound source, it's important to press reset button on your ESP32. Don't forget to save first. LED cannot change the sound input configuration on the fly. But that shouldn't, I don't think that matters. I gotta have a reset pin. Like I think if I reboot it, it should work. I2S on MM. No, they're both I2S. They should both be I2S. I mean, I've rebooted by powering it off and powering it on. Getting flashing when I apply an effect other than solid on an overlaid segment. Oh, well, you know, I think it is. I don't know about overlays. I don't know about overlays exactly. Koi Fish, others probably maybe know better. Maybe Pixel Heads or somebody knows better. I don't know about overlays, but I definitely know that if you're trying to send 2 bits of information to the same pixel, like if you have a segment and it overlaps into another segment, those pixels that are getting information from either from both segments, instructions, they're getting told what to do by at different times, but that'll definitely cause you some problems. I've seen that where segments overlap. So say you got 50 LEDs, the first segment goes from 0 to 25, and then the second segment goes from 20 to 50. Then those 5 pixels in the middle they're going to be getting 2 different sets of instructions. Those will go wonky on you. I've seen that. I don't know about overlays, because overlays may be trying to manage that somehow, and I don't know what that is or how that works. Undefined on the left set. Yeah, Brandon, that's what it means. Well, I guess I don't know. Somebody ping Quindor. In the meantime, should we switch gears for a minute? Should we switch gears? Home Assistant telling me 13.3 is still the current for wLED. I should update manually at some point. Oh yeah, I don't know that. I don't know. Maybe in Home Assistant the requirement for updating the wLED controllers is a. They don't do the betas. They just do the full release. Maybe that would be. I mean, that makes sense, right? But beta 14, even though 14 has been beta, it's still pretty good. Do the rotary encoder settings need to be changed? Guessing they're interfering. Maybe they are. Let's try that. I like that. I like that plans are good enough. Let's try that. So rotary encoder, can I just, it's not even enabled. Let's see if any of these others are enabled. 4-line display. Let's try an undefined 4-line display. Nothing changed, but we'll go through and undo some of these others. Make sure there's nothing else going on. Do I need to enable anything here? User mod pin manager. SP, no, those should be okay. Temperature is on. Let's go back and turn the temperature off. Pin digital mic. Oh, interesting. Maybe that'll do it. Okay, so I saved that. So if we go to user mods, the only user mod that's active is audio reactive now. And now I will do a hard reboot with the unplugging and the replugging. Yes, that did it. Okay. Mama. Awesome. 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 That did it. That did it. So it was the temperature. It was the temperature user mod that was interfering. So let's look at the effect now. See, now when I talk, the little hand things are going up. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay, sweet. We got it working. I don't remember what this was. Oh yeah, this was my dancing squirrel thing. Well, that's great. It saved all these things. That's awesome. Oh gosh. Yeah, it saved all those. That's great. Well done, well done, well done, team. Way to go, team. Good job, good job. Oh, the unifart. Oh, that one didn't work. Oh yeah, maybe it did. Oh, it just goes for a second, and then this playlist. How do I turn off the playlist? Stop. Stop, you playlist. I can't stop the playlist now. Make the playlist stop. It took over. Oh, there we go. It took over. Now it'll be okay. All right, now we can go back to these. No, we can't. Because I started doing the displaying the bit map or whatever we were doing before, and so now it was going away. Okay, now we're gonna stop messing with it. I'm not gonna touch these for a bit. Okay, plasma ball, for Pete's sake. What is that? We were gonna look at that one on here, and then now we will move on. Plasma ball. There we go. Oh. And then you can see, I love that you can see right here what it looks like. Ooh. Fun. What is this, I wonder? This segment's, I wonder what this is about. This is just displaying So if you did different segments, it would probably give you a visual representation of what the segments are, which ones they are. Cool. So tell me, so those of you that encouraged me to check out Moon Mods, clearly there are a ton of things available in Moon Mods that are not available in the regular wLED or the wLED beta. What's the best part? I got a particular use case that I was hoping an overlaid segment would be the solution for. Thanks for the input though. Hope that's it. Hope that's it, Koi Fish. I'm not sure. The palette is changing. Great job, everybody. The update entity will only provide updates to stable versions. There you go. There you go. Cool. All right. Now, I know some of the pixel heads have been anxiously awaiting it. They've actually already seen most of what I have the ability to show you. But let me send some pictures to myself here. That's the best way for me to be able to share the progress of some of these things. Oh, and I have like the color palette is supposed to be sound reactive. Oh, audio responsive here. Look at this. Audio responsive hue, audio responsive ramp, audio responsive ratio. Oh, cool. Oh, so that's awesome. So Plasma Ball, look at Plasma Ball is not an audio reactive effect. If you look at it, right? It's a palette effect. So it is influenced by the palette and it is a matrix, but because we selected audio responsive hue, it displays different colors based on the audio. That is so cool. And then this one, this is the same. Well, this is not the same. It's similar in that it responds to the audio, but it responds in a different way to the audio. So cool. He shows up just as I got it working. Oh, hey, Quindor's here. Hey, Quindor, we're playing with the Moon mod, which you probably know because I would expect that you've played with the Moon mod. The Moon mod version. So I got it working on the matrix. This is on a Dig-to-Go, and I had to disable. No, nothing was broken. I mean, it was sort of broken. I had to disable some of the other user mods besides audio reactive that come enabled, and I think it was temperature. I don't remember if there was another one or not, but anyways. All right, so somebody said up there, this is something broken. That's a silly question. Of course it's broken. Did I touch it? Yes, then it's probably broken. But as we've said many times in the past, I'm here to break things to save you guys the trouble later. All right, I'm gonna just send myself a few pictures here. Let's see, let's select. I'm going to send myself a few pictures here. And maybe some of this and some of this. And then that was kind of a fun one. And then definitely these two. Okay, so I'm going to email myself a bunch of pictures here. That is the way you have to transfer files, apparently, from iPhone to computer to PC. Full of bad dad jokes today. Spin it up. Going to get around to Atlas. Oh. Just couldn't get the mic working. The user mod and wLED fork, whatever it is. Yeah. Oops. Been removed because they caused the email to exceed the attachment limit. Oh, man. Yeah, of course, the good ones. Okay, I'll send those ones to myself. So Project Atlas, what is it? You're on a roll and on the ball. So Project Atlas, what is it? Project Atlas is our version of the LED sphere that was constructed in Las Vegas. So if you haven't seen it, you should do a Google. Oh man, dang it! If you haven't seen it, you should do a Google of the LED matrix in Las Vegas. It's massive, right? It's like it was like $2 billion. I don't know how many. It's hard to count how many pixels because they used panels, and each panel is made up of pucks, and each puck has pixels inside of it. So it's like a crazy it's like a crazy massive LED display, but it's a sphere, which is what makes it super unique. And I saw it and said to this amazing community that we have here, we have to build this. Gotta build one of these. And of course, nobody has done that yet. Not that they've displayed to anybody. Maybe there's people trying, but that they haven't finished. So we got to working on it. John Christensen here, DrZzs, did a bunch of the CAD designing of the frame and how we're going to put it together. The pixel heads worked out how to get it to display stuff on X lights. And we had a build day a couple days ago. And we built most of the frame. So let's see now if I can display it. Let me get it and show you where we're at, show you the progress of how far we got. Because we actually got quite far. DrZzs and I were quite surprised and happy that it went as smoothly as it did. Not that it, I mean, why would we ever believe that it wouldn't? Okay, we're going to download this. I wonder if it's going to ask me where I want it. Good, it did. Put this on the desktop. And then we're going to download this one. Got to be a better way to do this. I have more footage, but I haven't finished like unloading it all yet. But we had a couple friends come over with drones yesterday and filmed while we were doing this. We had a time lapse set up the whole time. It wasn't yesterday, it was the day before. Right, it was Friday. We did most of it. I did a little bit yesterday, but a lot of it I did in the dark. So we didn't really. I didn't film much. Great. Here we go. Download all of these. Put these all in a place where they belong soon enough. But for now, I'm just gonna put them here so you guys can get a look at them. All right. So details on the matrix. Details on the matrix on Project Atlas. So it is. Let's start popping up some pictures here. This is probably the first good one to really see. So this is the bottom 2/3 of it. Can you see that? Okay. This is the bottom 2/3. And it's made up of 18 vertical ribs. And what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then there's another, so 7, I would say 7 of these horizontal supports. And this was all CNC cut. We found a company here local. We had a friend that has a CNC that could do it. But John found a better, a really good option with a local company that was some guys looking for work, basically, and looking for business. They're called No Limits CNC shop. And so they cut all this for us. And then we do have some wire supports in there to keep it structured because it was a little bit waggly. But once we put the wires in there, it firmed up real nice. So that's what it's going to look like. And then all the pixel strips go around this. There are 77, if you go from the top to the bottom, 77 pixel strips. Let's see some more pictures of it here. Another one. Oh, doggone, why do they keep opening up over there? Open up over here where I'm working. So this was the top as well. So this was the top. This was as far as we got on Friday. We got that part painted and then we started on this one, but we ran out. This piece on top here is a 3D printed hub that we put we printed out and used as the top up there. John initially thought, maybe we'd want to like get inside of it, or we'd need to get inside of it to work. I don't know that that'll be possible because you have to climb up here and climb down in, but I can tell you that having this thing down at waist level was so much easier to work on than it would have been if it would have been way up on top. Please remember that this stream is currently, oh, Alan, thank you so much, sir. 80,000 pixels. No, not quite, sir. Good enough. 20,000 pixels is all. But don't get us started. Don't get us started talking about version 2 yet already. We got to finish this one first. But yes, we've already talked about version 2 and we've already talked about doubling the density, which would probably end up meaning somewhere along the lines of 80,000.
Alan Robertson Super Chat $6. Please remember that this stream is currently being sponsored by DrZzs shop. If you would like to get any wLED controllers, they're available today.
Alan, thank you, sir. Yeah, so good enough. You're off a little, but I could see why you would think 80,000, but this is going to be 20,000. Let's see a couple more pictures here that I took last night. This was a picture of a problem that we had that I created. No surprise there, right? I created this problem because we calculated the circumference here. We calculated what it was going to be. And so then we started pushing pixels in this pixel strip. And then I cut the pixel strip based on what I had calculated the number of pixels to be in each row, in each ring. And it was wrong. And I think it's really just a factor. Maybe it was the thickness of the strip. I don't know for sure what the heck it was, but regardless, it was off by a bit. And so in order to fix that, I had to patch it up a bit. The biggest problem that caused, really, it caused me a little bit of work, but it wasn't that big. It's not that much of an issue. The biggest problem that it has caused or will cause is for the pixel heads who did the X-Lights model, Alkley and Justin Z's and whoever, Turtle. There's going to be some rework that'll need to be done for that. So we'll work on that. It won't be that bad. I say it won't be that bad, but they're the ones that are going to have to do it. So this is just a picture when I started getting some of the pixel rows put in, which is kind of cool. And then I will show you video of a couple things. So here's what it looked like when I put up. These things adjusted so you can see them good. So this is my camera last night, just on my phone last night. We'll start this over and watch it from the beginning. There it goes. So this is 17 rows, I think. I think this is 17 rows out of the 77. 17 rows out of 77. So that looks pretty cool. This is just connected to a Dig Quad, and I was just displaying some colors just to make sure that all the lights were working. Okay. This next one is still the Dig Quad, but I just thought the effect was really cool. So let's look at this one now. Boom! This is the Firework HD or Firework 1D. Sorry. Isn't that cool how it like grows up the thing? Okay, so pretty awesome. Now that's where we're at. But to show you where we're going, I like this one. This is the something that the I think it was Turtle, right? Turtle probably made this one. This is this is in X lights, something that we will be able to display on it when it's all built. Okay, so this is a countdown, and it should look like this. It should look just like this when it's all done, and hopefully even better when it's finished. Oh no, there was an error. Oh, that's a big surprise there, right? And then this is my favorite part. Oh, I see you. Can I adopt you as your full 32-year-old son so I can cook and clean and I want to play with all your toys? So we've got some work to do on some of these things, but the pixel heads have been doing amazing stuff. So my plan is we pushed another 2,000 pixels yesterday, but we still have, I think, over 10,000 still to push. So we're almost halfway. It's a freaking lava lamp, man. It's a massive lava lamp. How cool is that going to be? What version is going to be able to fly? Version 3 is going to be able to drive, right? Gers says version 3 is going to be able to drive. John wants to get in it and drive it. This is cool. It's like a snow globe. Look at that thing, man. Oh my gosh, it's so cool. The Eye of Sauron next to the Hobbit house. So I want to put the next version on a trailer. And this is an eyeball. That's an eyeball bouncing around there. I want to put the next version on a trailer so we can drive it around to different things, different shows, or people can rent it if they want to rent it and do something with it, or something like that. I think though we're gonna probably sell this thing when we're done with this first version, and then we're gonna make another one after this. We'll start working right away. Somebody said, how much power do you need for that? At 12 volts, I bought 4 100 amp 12 volt power supplies, and that should be enough. Should be enough. Yeah, we're running 12 volt pixels, but version 2, so we've got some ideas for version 2. Okay, several really cool ideas for version 2. One of them is to make it smaller. So it will be smaller, and we're gonna try and make it. John's gonna work on Gers, that is gonna work on making the model, the CAD model, scalable so that some things will stay the same, right? So like the height of the rings will be correct, but we'll be able to make it. If you want one that's 4 feet around, you can get the file to make it so that it's 4 feet around. Or if you want it to be a foot around, or 2 feet around, or 30 feet around, right? It should be able to scale. So that's in the process. But what we're going to have to do to make it, the other thing we're going to do, so one of them is we're going to make the model scalable. The other thing is we have to increase the density. We still need it to be, especially if it's going to be smaller, it's got to be more dense. The lights have to be more dense. And I know the pixel heads, what they say about friends don't let friends use strips. But in order to make it more dense, we're going to have to use strips. We're going to have to. 105 volt pixels, 30 watt max. Yeah, these are all 12 volt pixels. So 12 volt pixels use over double the amount of power as 5 volt pixels for the same amount of light. If you're not going long distances, that's something to consider. Well, definitely next time, Quindor, we're going to be using strips. And so we'll use 5-volt strips. We'll use WS2812 strips on the next version for sure. I wonder if you could use the 144 LED per meter strips, and then you would have a lot more coverage. Well, what we're gonna use, Alan, is the 60 LED per meter strips is what we're gonna use, because that gives us, that'll be about square, and that's what we need, right? Because if we squeeze them together, if we get the density really tight horizontally, right? Like you would say, like with the 144. Then but the width of the strip is going to be fixed at like 10 centimeter or 10 millimeters. So we'll have the pixels would be, or the not pixels, the LEDs would be like 5 millimeters apart, 5 or 6 millimeters apart in this axis. But in the other axis, they would be 10 millimeters apart, and that would look funky. That would be really hard. All right.
Hernandez Zuniga Super Chat $5. Shingona ESA Pelota Baseball Open Mouth Smile.
I hope you didn't swear at us, Hernandez, but I'm pretty sure you didn't. Thank you, sir. Density is only needed in case people are close to the spheres, and can mean the closer people get to the sphere, the less people would fit there. Yeah, well, we want it to be something that could be a little bit more manageable size for people to build. So, yeah, we'll see. We're still in the building phase of this one, for goodness sakes, but those are the plans for down the road. So let's get this one built. Let's get it on a trailer. Let's make it so people can see it in lots of different places. Let's get 1 million views on YouTube, and then we'll work on version 2 with all of its possibilities. All right. Keeping XY spacing the same makes things a lot easier for sure. Yeah, Rambozo. And that's why we want this. That's why we're going to have to do the strips. We're going to have to do the strips, and we're going to use the 60 LED per meter. And that's probably as dense as I think we're going to ever need to get. And until, I mean, there's somebody else is going to have to do it with, you can do smaller LEDs, right? You can do like, they can do smaller things, but I'm not sure we'll get there. Because as we are, I think just with what we've got built here, with what we've got planned to build, we've got 2 years worth of work to do already. So we'll see. We have made huge project in a week. Yeah, we have. We've been motivated. And it's helped us be motivated that the Pixel Heads and so many others have been so excited about it too, right? They've been like, it's when everybody gets excited about it, it keeps the momentum, it keeps the energy up, and we just keep doing. 2815 would be a better option in case of a dead LEDs. Could be. Yeah, that might be true. That might be true, G. Just because, splicing in will be almost impossible, right? Because we'll have to use I think we'll have to use the silicone enclosed ones. So cutting and splicing in, and then it's going to be outside. I mean, it would be, Now you can take sponsors for Christmas and Halloween. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, all the possibilities for this thing are amazing. The fun that we could have with this is just really, I mean, it's got tons of potential. Chingona is fantastic times 10. Oh, awesome. Thank you, Hernandez. Thank you. I'm glad you guys enjoy it. So let's talk, we can talk about some of the pitfalls and some of the things that we've run into. I think, one thing, I mean, I showed you my goof, right? I showed you the thing that I did that really messed us up with the pixel count, right? So to do this over again, I did this because I was trying to do what I could do before I had all the stuff ready. So we didn't have the parts cut. We didn't have the frame built. We were pushing pixels, and I thought, well, I can go through and figure out where we need to cut the pixel strip, and that'll help. That'll give us, that'll boost us. That'll give us some, less time later on, right? You think that would, but it didn't, So to do it over again, And we let like the pixel heads, we gave them like, this is the information about how many pixels are going to be in each row and how many pixels are going to be in each ring and what it's going to take. And that was premature as well. So I think to do it again, certainly the thing to do would be build the frame, start pushing pixels, start wrapping pixels, and then determine where you cut the strips, and then count how many are in each string, how many are in each ring, and give that information to the pixel heads to be able to use. But how much does a globe like this cost, plus or minus? Xena says. Great question, Xena. Not counting anybody's labor, just counting pixels, strip, controllers, materials and CNC cutting. We are beyond $6,000 right now, and that's not counting anybody's time. So I think a commercial product, like to say, I don't want to put a price on it yet because we do want to sell it. So I'm not going to put a price on it yet. So nobody later on tells me, oh, you said on the stream it was going to be this and now it's this. But just materials so far, without actually writing it all down, just off the top of my head, we're above $6,000 just in materials. So yeah, that's so true. Turtle. I mean, what Justin Z and Alkley did with X-Lights to make this work as well as it is right now with that video I was showing you, that's amazing. We need to find the right software that is 3D so that we can make it look like, because right now we can make it look like stuff is displayed on the surface, which is super cool. You can make it look like, an eyeball or a pumpkin or the moon, all those cool things. But how can you make it look like something is inside of it? How do you make it look like an actual snow globe with like, a house inside of it and snowflakes falling around it? That's tricky, right? That's more tricky. Would mean 30 cents each LED. And that's actually, and so, well, I guess I got a wholesale price on the LEDs. LEDs are what, about 20 something cents each usually. But then the pixel strip and the materials and the wiring and all those things too. But yeah. What is that, plexiglass or acrylic? No, it's this is plywood. It's plywood. It's what did they call it, John? Gorilla ply or something like that. The content problem is not a software problem, really? Okay, great. I mean, so what we need then is the videos to look like that, is what you're saying, Alkley. If we get the video files that make it look like something's on the inside, then with what you guys did in X-Lights, it should still work. Is that what you're saying? Because that would be fantastic. I would love that so much more than having to come up with some other software besides X-Lights or find it, Thank you very much, Stephen. It is an impressive project. All that should be in the CAD models is a lot easier to fix things on the screen versus in real life. Boy. Yeah, it could be a variety of things of why, where it went wrong. It seems like the issue with the shortness of it, it kept getting longer with each ring. So it's probably a calculation. So I took the model that DrZzs made in Onshape, and I took each of the circles, and from those circles, I determined what the circumference was going to be and divide that by 1-inch pixel placements. And that's how I figured out what it was going to be. So what we need to do is put a tape measure on the circles out there and see if they match up with the CAD file or not. I just meant to get a figure from the amount of LEDs to get the cost. 30,000 LEDs would end up $9,000 bill, but great idea. Yeah. 360 videos are inverted on the exterior of a sphere, so they look odd. GoPros and other cameras record 360. That might be interesting. Yeah, it will be interesting, won't it? We're going to have to play with it, Nate. We are going to have to play with it. We're going to have to play with it. It's a new thing. I haven't been this excited about LEDs in a long time, in a couple years. So this is really fun. 3D rendering of content just needs to show the reflection of content inside the glass dome, I think. Ooh. G, do you have some experience there or know anybody that does? Because I can't make the video files. All I can do is get them from somebody else. I do not have those skills. So something that we weren't sure how was going to work out that worked out pretty well was when we had this gap. But even if you don't have this gap, there comes a point where you need to join the pixel strip together, right? And I didn't send that file over to myself. But basically what I did was I just took a piece of pixel strip like this, cut it here, and then made a notch on both sides so that it had a little bit of room to expand. And then I used that behind this pixel strip to just kind of clip the pixels in, and that holds the pixel strip together really well. Take an artist to be able to visualize how to do this, and that's not me for sure. You know who it is though? You know who can? The person that I would go to next, which I haven't reached out to him yet, is DrZzs. We all know DrZzs. He's been on the stream lots of times. We did I had him on the stream doing something with me. Was it the pixel art stuff? I don't think it was the pixel art stuff. I feel like it was something else. It was something with Home Assistant. Anyways, he's done, like you see Tech Turtle's got his little logo there. Just a little cartoon turtle. The squirrels that dance at the beginning of my stream, and he made those. So DrZzs is a graphic artist. So I bet if anybody that I know right off the top of my head would be able to make us some really cool video elements to display on this, it might be him. So I haven't reached out to him yet. I've been too busy pushing pixels and doing all this stuff, but that's where I would go next. So yeah, if you can make the video files and you want to play with them, please drop them in Discord. Yeah, if anything that you guys see, we've got a Discord channel, a sub channel of the LED channel for Project Atlas. And if you have things that you think would be cool to display, if you find videos, if you've got talents or ideas or whatever, join us. Come in and chat. You don't have to know how to do stuff. We didn't know how to do this, right? Let's see. He was here to do changing of scenes and scripts with automations. Is that what it was? Okay. I bet AI could make these video files. AI can do everything. Oh, that's right. He did. That's true. Oh my gosh. I keep forgetting I have these things. Wait, where is it? Oh no. Oh, I know. Oh my gosh. This is what happens when I have too many things on my mind and I'm getting older. He also made this. Where did it go? Where did it go? There we go. This. DrZzs made this. I should be using that every time. Like I need a button on my screen for this, or for my Steam Deck. Oh, I did have it. I just didn't notice it. Huh. So then he also did this. Did he do this? I can't remember if he did that. I don't remember if he did that or not, but he definitely did the subscribe one. Definitely did the subscribe one. So anyways, I did have buttons for those. I just didn't have a good picture on there so I could see it. There will be one for sure for 3D, and also on GitHub there might be solutions, but for something different than the sphere, but there must have been one to solve it earlier. Yeah. So we have had some fun because this is all started. The idea came because of what they did for the Vegas sphere. And so Turtle and some of the guys have done some research into that sphere and what it is, what it can do, how it does it. And they have a software. The software that they use is obviously custom for that project. And the license for the software is like $6,000 a month. That's what they pay to the people who maintain or who built their software to do those displays. So clearly they're in a whole other league, right? We're not even close, but still, just the idea that would be, I mean, even if it was $30 a month, I'd kind of be like, that's a lot. For the hacking conference, there is a bug bounty on the Las Vegas Sphere if it can be hacked. Nice. That's so cool, Nate. Go get it, man. Get him. Get him. Well, what else, guys? This is pretty fun. So this is what I'm going to be doing. This is it. We're going to keep on going. We're going to make this thing work, and we're going to have it done. I said September 1st. Hell or high water, September 1st, we will be displaying stuff on this. I think we'll be done before that. This coming weekend, our oldest boy Jackson has a bunch of friends going up to the Hobbit house. The Hobbit house. Hobbit, do you want to be sued? Going up to the Hobbit house. And I said I'd go with him, and I want to go with him. Part of me wants to stay and push pixels just because I want to get it done. But I think, no, that is not, like, that's cool, but we can push pixels another time, right? I can have the weekend off to go up with Jackson and his buddies and hang out up at the Hobbit house. But yeah, certainly part of me does want to be just pushing pixels. So QLab 4 projection mapping. Ooh, somebody write that down. John, write that down. QLab 4. QLab 4, Robert says, projection mapping. I think somebody did talk about projection mapping before as well. I saw something really cool too. Somebody messaged me because he bought a the brain board, Dig-Octa brain board. And he was going to Burning Man. He's building this really cool thing to go to Burning Man. And he just gave me an idea because he had this like reflective aluminum like material. It was like a mesh. It's almost like steel wool pulled into a blanket. Is kind of what I haven't touched it, but looking at it, that's what it felt like to me. That's what it looked like. Made out of aluminum, and it's supposed to just like, make things reflective and all crazy. I thought, I wonder what it would look like if we draped some of that over the top of this thing. I don't know. It'll be done before that. You can go up there if you can get them pushed before the weekend. It'll be close, man. If we can push 2,000 a day, we can do it. And I was pushing at my fastest, I was about 6 minutes for 100. Average is more like 10 minutes. Like, I think if you want to, and I got blisters, and I've done it. Jackson's done it. Some of Jackson's friends have done it. Dawson's done it. So we've been trying to swap off. I could probably push another couple thousand today. Cause I'll just go down in the basement. We got the station set up in the basement, and we're just pushing pixels. We got pixel pushing pliers and the little 3D printed thing that Justin Z or somebody shared, and that I printed out, and we're just popping them in. So we were watching Harry Potter yesterday, popping them in. So sounds like a great time to invent a pixel pushing device to automate this. Yeah, C Sharpworm. That thing was pretty good. The thing that Justin Z's printed was pretty good, but yeah, it would be nice to just be able to, That's another thing though, that if we go to the IP65 strips, we don't have to push anything anymore. But the problem that we will have to solve there will be the junctions, because that will mean that at the end of every one of those pixel rings, we will need a junction with wire to go to the next one down. And this one, if you look at this one, I did have to splice in. I spliced in this particular case, I spliced in 2 pixels to cover this. And I was going to need to make a splice anyways, because the wire between pixels is about 4 inches long. And from here, like from this strip to here, is like 6 inches long. So this is just the very top one, right? And it's just the shape of the dome. It just, the layers at the top, there's a lot more distance in between them at the very top and the very bottom than there would be in between. So the Pixel Pushinator, I want it. Unity lets you do spherical video. Oh, it does, Bob Star. Oh, Jackson knows some stuff about Unity. I played with Unity a little bit once upon a time. But yeah, that'll be the problem to solve will be the junctions, and it'll mean a lot of soldering. It'll mean a lot of soldering. If we were to make it the same size, and I'm not sure we will. DrZzs wants to, or he wants to go bigger. I'm sure everybody wants to go bigger. Part of me wants to start smaller before we go bigger. Just because I look at that and think, okay, so if we had to solder, if we had to hand solder, I mean, we're going to have to solder those joints. We have 77 rows now. If it's the same size and we double the density, now we're talking, 100 and whatever, 57, I don't know, 150 joints, right? Whoa, that's a lot of soldering. That's a lot of soldering. Pneumatic pixel pusher. I bought one and you just tap your foot and it pushes for you. No kidding, John. No kidding. Say, hey, drop the link. If not here in Discord for sure, we'll check it out. Smaller then bigger. Let's go smaller so we can work out some of those things and then we'll go bigger. We'll make it scalable, like you said. I think there are a lot of Unreal, Touch Designer, and Notch for the MSG sphere. Oh, really? Oh, so Madison Square Garden has a sphere? Oh, I missed that message. Somebody just did something and I missed it. I'm sorry that I missed it. We'll do this. Maybe there are connectors out there. Connect them more easy and simply don't do it. I know that there are connectors like, with wire in between them and we can slide them on there. I think that's probably what I would do. But what I will do is I will slide them on and solder them because they don't always stay on real good, get a little pressure on them or something and they come loose or they yank off. So I think I'll probably go for, the kinds that slide on. It's kind of got a plastic back and then it's got tabs and the tabs just kind of put pressure on the copper pads on the strips, on the LED strips. And then it's got wire and then it's got another clippy pad guy on the other end. I think I'll try those and then I'll take a soldering iron to each of those joints once we're ready. Wago clips for everything. I did use those Clickets to do this. Those Clickets are nice. Clickets are nice, but Clickets are for wire. If you haven't seen Clickets, I think we have them on the Permatrack store, and who puts out Clickets? It's one of the Pixel vendor guys. We just get them from him in bulk and then resell them. So then go the slide in wire connections. That might be kind of this Clicket thing. Type wolf. It's sort of the same. It's you have to separate the wires a little bit. You open it, you slide them in. It's got some dielectric gel in there, and then you click it down on both sides. You snap it real tight. And I used it yesterday for this. I used 2 or 3 of them, and they work great. They work great with the dielectric grease in there. They should be reasonably waterproof too. I still would like to heat shrink them or do something around them, but they should be better than nothing. Let's see. I don't want to go shopping too much here, but let's see. LED. Oh no. LED strip connectors. Oh, you guys wanted it? Well, yeah, I can show you that too. So these suck. These are Clickets. These are Clickets basically. But you get them. You want the ones that have. These have a lot more. Okay, so these are 3-pin. Yeah. Oh, they click onto the strip on one side. Oh, baby. I didn't know they had these. I didn't know they clipped onto the strips. Oh, that's much better. So you can click them onto the strip on one side, and then wire on the other side. That's what we would want. This waterproof. Oh, that'll do it. But we need the 3-pin version, which should be these. Okay, looks like we know what we're doing. IOGrocket.com. Wait. Easy click tight connectors. What's this? Mega Amigo membership. Oh, wow. Did you guys see that? I didn't catch all that. That was super awesome. Hey, so that we got somebody gifted a bunch of memberships. You guys are fantastic. Let's do the, this is awesome. Did that do anything? No, it didn't do anything. Hey, that's so great. Thanks. Who did that? I missed who did it. You guys are awesome. So gifting memberships. Thank you so much. We gotta do more stuff because of that. I mean, that was too cool. Thank you. Gosh darn it, I'm gonna have to go back and see who did that. Did it show up here somewhere? Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love our community. You guys are so awesome. Just so fantastic. And oh, this for it was G. Oh, thanks, G. You love this channel? Oh man, thank you. Thank you, G. What a guy. That's fantastic. Everyone here is great, aren't they, Timothy? You got a good group, man. You got a good group. Oh yeah, so click tight. So this is what I'm thinking. Well, those are a little bit different. No, this is probably the ones that click onto the strip on one side. That's why they look different inside there. But so that must be it. Easy click type. There we go. Yeah, that looks like it. And that looks like it pinches through the wire from the bottom. So that's even a little bit different. But this is what I need. This is what we need. So this is what we'll get. This will help. Oh man, that'll be it. Maybe with these, maybe with something like this. I need an auto announce when people gift, right? I do. You're so right. I do. You're so right, Stephen. All right. Yeah, this is what we need. Maybe with this, we won't have to solder. Okay. I'll keep that page open there. All right. So good. Saves lots of time. We used it for Christmas years ago. Awesome. Yeah, I'll check that out for sure. For sure. And I'm going to set up, well, for the, anyways, we don't need to talk about future plans. I was just going to say, I will, we're going to get this going in the next few weeks. And I will set up a camera on it that I will then open up to the internet. And so you guys can all watch, right? It'll be fun. It'll be fun. I don't know how that'll go exactly, but I'm sure it's possible. So that you can watch it. I would love to be able to make it so somebody could display something on it, but obviously can't just turn that loose on the internet. But maybe something else will do. The plasma ball looks more like an octopus. Well, somebody said it was something from Star Trek, like from the Borg back in the day with the Next Generation Star Trek. That'll look cool. Just got home, cut the stream. All right, Tony. Hope you haven't missed too much. We can start over. I was going to finish here in the next few minutes, but I'll start over for you. Oh, let's talk Hungry Hippos, which, by the way, John, I did ask my friend who has the pickleball court if we can use it to film. And he said, of course. And it's actually got walls on 3 sides. There's one side that doesn't have any walls. So if the balls go over there, they will get away from us. But anyways, so, we've done some goofy things. We've done some goofy things recently. We did the claw machine. we did the arcade barrel, and Gers has designed and built a Hungry Hungry Hippos game with hoverboards. So you sit on the hoverboard. I can't remember if I talked about this before or not, but you sit on the hoverboard, and it's got a seat, and you just kind of control it with like handles. You lean forward, it goes forward. You lean back, it leans back. You kind of twist sideways, whatever. You drive it, but you're sitting down, so you're not going to fall off. And then John built a big old Hungry Hungry Hippos heads, 3D printed these big Hungry Hippo heads, and a mechanism so that with your foot you can press the button and his head comes up and goes down. So we're gonna get a gang together, and we're gonna go to a place with probably my friend's pickleball court outside, maybe someplace else. We could use one of the church buildings or something probably too. But we're gonna go play Hungry Hungry Hippos and probably break them, and most likely they will break. And we'll put out a video about that too. So that'll just be a fun little video for you. If you haven't seen the videos about the claw machine or the LED or the arcade, the arcade barrel, they're actually pretty entertaining. I thought they were pretty good. There's no instructions in there about how to make LED displays. But they're fun. They're fun. And I thought they were good, and they haven't been too popular, but check them out if you haven't. Let's spend 5 or 6 minutes, indulge us a little bit with our other goofy projects. But we appreciate it. I'm excited that we found something like this that we're so excited about, that everybody else is so excited about too. This is really fun. All right. 110 what thing, but only 32 likes. No way. Oh, 110 watching. Yeah, we got up to 130 today. That's good. It's been a while. I keep rewatching the 12 Streams of Christmas, day 2 with the Walmart tree. I have one sitting in the garage waiting to be wired up. Awesome. Electrify the Beetle car, which are great. Oh, that's good. Thank you, Type Wolf. We're going to be doing some fun stuff. So I think we're going to be on different LED projects the rest of the year, probably. Between this thing, I've got those permanent holiday light videos, scripting. I think we should try and take this thing, get it on a trailer and take it down to Vegas and put it, set it up so that you can see it and you can see the Las Vegas sphere, and we can, do some stuff like that. I mean, that would be pretty awesome. Some guidance on doing my windows this year. I know you said you wanted to do yours too. I'm using strips, but I think pixels would be the way to go on the windows. I think in most cases, John, you're going to be better off with pixels outside for sure. And that's the other thing that I'm going to be doing a display. I told the pixel heads that they can disown me if I don't put up a display on my house this year. So I will put up a display on my house this year. And I've got it planned out, or planning it out. And I do want to go around the windows. I think I'll probably use like Permatrack kind of stuff around the windows. But this kind of strip is, a lot of people do use what I've got, this kind of strip. The nice thing about using like WS2812 pixel strips around windows is that they become kind of invisible. Like, you don't see them. If you've got them in the aluminum channel with the diffuser, you don't see them. I think that's I'm going to probably do that, because that way that you can keep them up. You don't have to take them down, but you don't see them all the time. So, and Alan, once again, I appreciate that. All right. Display needs to include the globe. Oh yeah. That's the centerpiece, Stephen. That's the centerpiece. That's the centerpiece. Take it by City Hall in Las Vegas and show them they spent too much money. See, guys, you could have had this, $6,000. I wonder if we could contact the people that are in charge of the dome down there and just let them know, hey, we built a replica and we're coming down, and just see what they say. Anyways, all right, guys, that's a pretty good stream for the day. I think we had some fun. I'm glad that we have a new stable version of wLED. So to summarize our stream, there's a new stable version of wLED. Well, I'll say stable. It's a new beta version, but the previous one was beta 3. It was version 14 beta 3. And after it came out, Air Cookie said, nope, there's a problem. Scrap it. Don't use it. So we didn't. But now we have 14 beta 4, which fixed whatever problems they were having with beta 3 and added some more stuff. And so it should be good for a while. So go ahead and update to beta 4 if you like to do the latest and greatest for a wLED. Then we started playing with the Moon mod, which is like alpha. I think that's what we should call this, because Moon mod is like, it's like everything thrown in there. So if you're just kind of like getting to know wLED, do not play with the Moon mod. But if you are a wLED Grandmaster Supreme and you want to be challenged, or you want to see what more things you can push wLED to do, Moon mod is the way to go. So go get your Moon mod downloaded and play with that. And then, of course, we spent the last hour or so talking about Project Atlas, which is our big, fancy, awesome dome that rivals the dome in Las Vegas. Everybody's going to be talking about this dome, and they're going to be forgetting all about that thing in Vegas, right? You have no idea how many controllers I need to upgrade. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Dr. 44. So anything else? Anybody else want to bring up anything else in the last couple minutes before we sign off? I'll call the kids up here in just a minute. I would love to take it on tour. C# worm. I would love to take it on tour. Show the videos again. This one? Oh, the ones of me? Yeah. So there's this one, but then there's this. This is just the top, like, not even third. This is the 17. This is 17 out of 77 rows. Or rings, I guess we should call them. 17 out of 77 rings.
It's like a flying saucer.
Yeah, it looks like a flying saucer. We did have some people kind of like honking at us, like, because, you know, last night it was fireworks night for our little summer festival in our town, and so there were people out watching fireworks, and then I lit this thing up. So cool. Isn't that fun? Oh, gave you the wrench? Oh, cool. You get to be the mod. You get to be a mod now, John. And thanks, big thanks, G. Big thanks, G, for the gifting all those subscriptions. That's fantastic. I don't recognize your name. Have you been here and you changed it to, you know? I don't always know who people are based on their names on these, because they change them, or they're one name on Discord and a different name here. So, so G, thank you so much, and Alan, thank you so much for the advertising. And there was a few other good donations in there. We had this one in Spanish that was really fun. That I was like, I hope you're not cussing. A couple other people. So thanks again for any donations and such, you guys. No, brand new. Oh, well, thank you, G. Well, thank you. Well, welcome. I hope you get to Discord. If you haven't joined us on Discord, man, if you're into pixels, gotta come hang with the dudes and the pixel heads in Discord. We got a great group. Love them. Love everything about them. All right, let us do the thing where the kids come in and we say something funny. I might have to forego my nap for pushing pixels instead today.
It's time to sign off. It's time to sign off.
Which effects? This is 1D. This is a 1D firework, or firework 1D. That's what this one is, Paul. I love it. It's one of my favorites. It's really a cool one. And this isn't even the one that's made for a matrix. Like if I used the one that was made for a matrix, it might look even better.
Oh, this.
Kids are the best thing about life, aren't they?
I know. I'm the best thing in his life.
You're so nice and warm. It's cold in here.
It is cold.
Is anybody else coming? Okay. Kids go back to school in a couple days. I said the S word. They're gonna be mad at me. Yeah, we are gonna need some sound. We are gonna have to pipe in some speakers. So the pixel heads, I'm sure, will tell me how to take the X-Lights data or output and send it to some speakers instead of just the RF thing. So, all right, how do we want to sign off? Should we sign off like school starting in a couple days? Or should we sign off like we're having a really fun summer? Let's sign off like school starts in a couple days. Okay. As always, thanks for watching. Until next time, adios. I don't know. I think we should have signed off like it was like we had a really fun summer instead, because we really did have a really great summer. So anyways, all right, guys, thanks for being here. I will do my best to try and stream something from the Hobbit house next weekend. Just to give you guys an update, I'll try and grab some video that I can share, et cetera, et cetera. So, all right, guys, have a great one.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm the best thing in his life.
Silly goose. And I always look for this button.